Yo guys, welcome back to another league racing video on the channel. Today we are here for Hungary PSGL round 3, and as you can see in the top left, instantly there's like 11 people racing. I don't know what to say. From the high amounts of attendance we had last week to what we have now it's a bit sad to see that the league might already be going downhill, at least for the season, but we can only hope that it doesn't. We're going to show you my final qualifying lap, and we're just about to start it right now. And then I spin. I completely spin the car on my out lap for my final qualifying run. I put too much pressure on in second gear, and yeah, we're gonna start the lap. But you can already see my rear tyres are burnt.
So stupid.
They're so finished, and such a stupid thing to do. And into turn 1, have possibly the best turn 1
what did I do, man?
ever to be seen in all of league racing. That is the best. But yeah, basically the lap's done already. It was done before it even started, and it's looking like it's going to be minimum P4, or no, maximum P4 I should say.
Oh no, that's not,
because we're definitely not going to be improving. I said it's not going to go in the video, but here we are showing my mistakes. And we end up starting P5, which out of 11 people, it's not ideal. But we definitely had the pace to gain. We could have been top 3 easily there. But Patrick takes pole, Oldwine in P2, and Apuvet, who seems like the fastest guy right now, only in P3. We're going to start the race. We're going to choose the strategy. We're going to be going for an aggressive 2-stopper strategy, starting on the softs, moving to the mediums later on, and then moving again to the mediums. But as you can see, Berger behind us in the hards, but it's 5 red lights, and away we go. On the softs, we're going to hope to get as good of a start as we can. We get a better start than Oldvine, who's definitely not had a good start there. We look to go to move to the outside, but then he cuts us off, braking early as to not run into the back of him. Hanging it around the outside, we see Wombat on our inside. We use as much ERS as we can. We're going to try and stick our nose down the inside, and we're going to get the move done, and then make sure that the move's done on the exit. And instantly up into P4 with the new tyres, which is exactly what we want to be doing. The soft tyres are going to start to drop off in a lot sooner than the mediums, obviously, especially at Hungary. But we just need to make as many positions as we can in the opening 1 or 2 laps. And we've managed to do that. We've managed to make up a position, which may not seem like a lot because I'd prefer maybe 2 or 3. But we just have to get our heads down now and go as quick as we can and just try and keep with the guys ahead, because even with the theoretically faster tyres, I could just be slower. But right now, it's looking like we're staying with them for lap 1 at least, and we just need to try and settle in, get into a good swing of things, and then make the moves, or when we can, basically. Exit onto the start of lap 2. Trying to break the DRS. Up ahead is Patrick. We're going to stay in the slipstream of Oldvine. And up ahead, I thought Apuvet was going to go for a move, but he decides to hang back. Decides not to go for the move. And everything stays the same from end of lap 1, basically. Nothing really happens. Cutting on to lap 3 now, end of lap 2 I should say. We are in the exact same position basically. You can't overtake easily at all in Hungary, so it shouldn't be a surprise that there isn't much happening mid-lap. But you can see up ahead, Oldvine goes for a massive send and nearly straight lines Patrick. But Patrick sees him coming surprisingly and gets out of the way, and Oldvine moves up into P2. He hangs around the outside. Patrick almost spins. Apuvet is compromised. We are going to go side by side with Apuvet, but think better of it, as we don't have the traction right now. Wombat is thinking about going for a move, but there's nowhere for him to do so. And Oldwine, I thought he was going to take him out completely. If Patrick hadn't had reacted to that, he would have basically straight-lined someone. That is something you would see in an open lobby, not in a PSGL league race. That's for sure. End of lap 3 now. I think this is going to be a regular cut throughout the video. Just onto the back straight. Trying to break the slipstream. Apuvet goes for a move though. I didn't see that one coming even on rewatch, and I know it happened. But he manages to get the move done on Patrick, who is struggling on his set of softs. His rear tyres are not sticking to the track as well as he would be hoping right now. And it's so far Oldwine, Apuvet, Patrick, myself, and then Wombat in a train. And then behind that it's NL, and then the rest of them are all just in their own DRS train. The top 5 of us, we have broken away. And same cut as last few laps. Trying to break the slipstream. Same stuff happening. We are using our ERS and we are going to try and go around the outside, squeezed a little bit by Patrick, but we're going to hang it round, try and get on the power as much as we can. And we have managed to do that. We're up the inside right now, going into turn 2. So close, a little bit of contact. We're trying to hang it round. We've used so much ERS, but we have to cede the position, which is so frustrating. And in turn 2, someone spun. But it's so frustrating that we used that much ERS and couldn't even get the move done. And out of the last corner, second last corner, there is a safety car now. As I can't remember who that is actually in the Williams, but a Williams has spun round second last corner. And this is actually a blessing for us right now. Because we're on the soft tyres, we are able to box to the mediums and just play the strategy out like we planned to without the safety car. But me and Patrick now, both the soft runners on the grid, or at least in the top pack anyway, boxing for the medium tyres. And this is a major turning point in the race. Like, this is, out of every bad strategy call you lot have seen me do in past videos, this is probably the best. And that's saying something. And behind us, the 2 other people that pitted, NL and our teammate Jamie, they all boxed for the hards, presuming they're going to the ends, and we actually nearly run into the back of Patrick. I think the train is gone,
dangerous.
But they actually didn't, and I misjudged that massively and almost lost my front wing, which would have been very, very annoying, and it would have basically ruined the race. But up ahead, everything's happening. Oldwine is off the track. Linus and Patrick are going side by side. Linus has gone for a send on Neil Sarno, and Patrick is just being held up a little bit here because he is the furthest person ahead on the fresher tyres, so he is going to be feeling the pain right now of being held up as much as he is, because we can both brake so much later than everyone, and I'm looking for a move anywhere I can right now, and it's looking like Patrick's going to go for a move, but he decides to not go for it. The chicane is of the tightest corners on the track by far. You don't really want to be going side by side through there, so I kind of get why he didn't go for it, but at the time I was also really hoping he would have went for that move. But he's very close right now. You can just see he's all over the back of Linus. He gets the better exit. He's got more traction. He sends it up the inside. And we are going to try and follow him through here. But we have a little bit of a loose rear end there. Linus nearly spins the car. Has a bit of rear lock. He spins it twice nearly. We have to put it round the outside going into the last corner. Hanging it round. We have so much more grip. And we are able to get the move done. And up ahead, Patrick is going for a move on Neil Sarno, which he needed to do to make as much progression as he can right now. And it's looking like we're going to catch Neil Sarno on his old hard tyres in the worst place, because we are not going to be able to go for a proper move like anywhere in this lap. Because I would have hoped to have followed Patrick through on every corner. But right now, we just aren't able to do that. There's not a safe place I am seeing to make the overtake. We're going to see if we can outgrip him through this long right-hander, but I just go a little bit deep, which is on me. I'm not able to go for a send into the chicane, as there just isn't enough space, and I don't trust that he'd leave me the space. So much more grip going through here. We nearly ran into the back of him actually, and through this next right-hander we're going to be trying to go through on him. We're going to use our ERS. We're going to get a warning, unfortunately, but we move to the inside, get the move done on the fresher tyres, go a little bit deep, and he fights us back on the outside, but he just won't have the grip to get through, which is good for us, obviously, but it's unfortunate that Patrick is managing to make moves as he's passed Berg ahead, and it's just unfortunate. Berg goes wide here, actually. This is just the lap later, and going through this corner, he spins out. He just loses his rear end completely, And luckily, he doesn't actually damage his own wing. He manages to somehow keep it on the track. And there isn't a safety car, which would have been worst case scenario for us, is if we get a safety car right there. But even a few corners later, we are, like, you'd think we cut ahead a lap the amount we gained on Old Wine. But no, this is the power of the fresher tyres at Hungary on this F123 game. Easily able to breeze past him with the ERS and DRS. As Patrick also manages to get through. And yeah, right now, end of the lap again, we've managed to gain a second on him. And we are at the leaders right now. Like, we have boxed, we're a whole pit stop ahead of them right now. Well, not ahead, that's not quite the right term. But we're going to go for a move on Mighty Wombat up the inside as Patrick also gets a move on Apuvet into turn 1. And I would ideally like to be P2 behind Patrick right now. But we're just going to have to wait, bide our time, and the move on Apuvet will come. And it should, if there's no safety car, just be me and Patrick running off into the distance. We have more grip out the last corner on the end of lap 12, start of lap 13. We move to the inside and easily breeze past. It's a very easy move. And up into P2 with Patrick 1.6 seconds ahead. And basically we're just going to pull away now. We're just going to try and see how far ahead we can actually get before we have to box for our new medium tyres. But this strategy right now is working a charm. And 17 now, we cut ahead 4 laps. And the gap is about the same between me and Patrick, 1.7, 1.8 now, about the same as it once was 4 laps ago. Very equal on pace, but you can see the gap to the cars behind. Wombat is 6.8 seconds behind us, and we still have to box. And you can see up ahead, Patrick boxes, which is very early for this stint, because I was assuming that he would be on the exact same strategy as me, and run till mediums towards the end of the race.
I'm not sure why he's boxing now.
As you can hear me say, I'm not too sure why he's boxed. I'm not sure if I should be worried about that or if he's pulled off a good strategy. But I don't think he has, because you'll see in a few laps he's boxed onto hard tyres. As we move on to lap 22, cut ahead 5 laps now. And Patrick is in P2. They are all 12 seconds behind us. But Patrick's on the hard tyres. So when I box, which I believe I'm doing this lap, I will be able to have more pace as I'm just on the new tyres. I'm on the faster compound, the fresher tyres, and it's looking very nice for us. We have a bit of a shake on pit entry, locking up, going into the pits though. And the group of 4 cars behind us will obviously overtake us, but it's just about if we can get out ahead of the next pack of cars, which we easily can. They were 27 seconds behind. And on the fresh tyres, we are going to be looking to make as much progress and use as much of our raw pace. It's just going to be 13 hot laps till the end of the race for me. And you'll see now, start of lap 23, 4.7 seconds behind NL ahead of us. And I just want you to watch that gap throughout this lap, because I'm not going to cut away right now, but I'm just going to want you to watch the time we gain on him through these corners, through this lap, just as a whole. It is insane how much more grip we have, because he's boxed once under the first safety car for hard tyres, but you're seeing now we're taking chunks and chunks of time out of him. We have taken around 1.8 seconds out of him in like 7-8 corners, which is ludicrous to think about. Like, I didn't think it was possible to gain this much, but 2.5 seconds now, still the same lap as we left the box. And out of this last corner, we are going to have gained a whole 3 seconds on the car ahead in 1 lap. Like, that is just insane that we have gained 3 seconds on an out lap to the cars ahead that theoretically should have been in the fight for the win. And even ahead, cutting same lap, right behind NL right now. We're going to use that ERS, we're going to pull to the inside, we're going to go for a move. We are able to brake later, and we get the move done pretty convincingly. He didn't fight it too much, which I respect, because gaining like 5 seconds in 2 laps is... If that's telling you you're slower than someone, then I don't even know. We have more grip than our teammate Jamie, who pulls to the inside and just lets us go again. I much appreciate it from him, but just from the pace we have right now, 5.9 seconds to Apuvet in P1, and they won't be boxing anymore. But we have just got to get our heads down. 10 laps left of this race. Everything to gain from this. And cutting ahead, we even cut ahead 2 laps. And we are already within the DRS of P2. Like, this track is incredible for strategy. Because you can actually make a 2-stopper work, and it's the best strategy. Like, we have so much more grip. They're on such old tyres compared to me, that it's just seeming like we're going to run away with this. Like, I'm already thinking at this point that I'm going to be easily winning this race, which is a poor mindset to have. You can't think 7 laps before a race is over that you've won it. But my confidence right now is through the roof. We have gained so much time, and even like 3 laps ago, we've gained 9 seconds on the cars behind in 3 laps. Like, that's absolutely insane. We're in a league of our own right now, to be honest. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but moving on to the end of lap 28 now, final 2 corners. We haven't been able to make a move on Apuvet throughout the middle sector and course of the lap, which I'm not surprised about. But we're very close coming onto the main straight. We're going to use that ERS. I thought I would be gaining a lot more than I am, but he's defending hard, which forces him to go for a move on Patrick ahead. We look for a switchback, we cut the corner, we nearly spin out Apuvet, and we pick up a 3-second penalty.
Dumb, man.
Which was so silly and just so stupid. I didn't need that 3 seconds right now. Like, that was probably the worst thing that could have happened, but I just completely misjudged. I saw him going into Patrick, making a move that he put Patrick on a less ideal line, looking for a double switchback. It didn't work out for us. Patrick trying to break the slipstream. I'm struggling to say that today. But Apuvet is using. He's going to move to the inside. Patrick defends the outside. Apuvet runs way too deep. We go for a switchback on both of them. There's slightly bit of contact. 3 wide going out of turn 1 and up into turn 2. We stay 3 wide, but we manage to leave the space, or as much as we could, and get the move done right now, which is absolutely huge. No, Patrick's fighting me right now. He's going side by side, manage to get it done, which is very risky, going side by side up into that corner. But I'm not complaining. We managed to get the move done, and we're just going to be looking to pull away as much as we can right now. The ideal thing to do is to pull 3 seconds. That's the ideal thing. We need to pull 3 seconds right now, which it looks like we've done. We cut ahead to lap 33. And we are about to break the 3-second gap over a few laps, which huge play. Like, even with the 3 seconds, the fact I managed to get away this much is insane. Like, this is truly incredible that this 2-stop strategy has actually worked to like good effect. You know, like, it's worked perfectly for us. Like, that safety car, it was immaculately timed. Like, I don't think I could have had a better safety car to box under and strategy than what I've had today. And now that the cars behind are fighting for P2, we have just pulled away over around 5.5 seconds right now. And this drive has been definitely my best in PSGL. There was a lot of action, a lot of overtakes, and the fact we've managed to win by 5.5 seconds at least on track, which just keeps going higher and higher. It's going to be 5.6, I think, coming out this corner. But that is just my first on-track win in PSGL. And I am more than happy with how that strategy and how that race turned out for me. It's just, we finished 2.5 seconds ahead with the penalty, but it was actually a 5.5 seconds on-track lead, which, yeah, like, that's just...
Come on.
I couldn't have asked for anything more. Like, even though there was only 11 people in the lobby, like, all the fast guys were still here. All the people that are in the championship battle are still here. And I believe with this race, there was absolutely no incidents to be reported. We get the in-game driver of the day. But I think right now, I'm just going to spoil it for you, instead of including it in the next video. We're P2 in the championship right now, by 6 points to Patrick, who's been very consistent.
That's such
He
a
got
good race.
P2, P1, and
Finally
P2.
won as well. Like I
We've
won
got
last
P3,
season, but it was
P4,
off
and
track.
P1. But that's my
That was
first
just
on-track
dominance.
win, and I'm more than happy with that. We're well and truly in this championship fight. The two-stop strategy working out well for us.
See it.
And it didn't work out quite as well for Patrick because he did box onto the hard tyres way too early. And I'm a bit sad for him, but this is perfect for us. 6 points behind in the championship. There is not going to be a video next week because it is a break week, but after that it's going to be Las Vegas. My worst track on the game by country mile. So I don't even know if there'll be a video on that. But if you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. First on-track win in PSGL, and we are well and truly in the championship fight. See ya.